Good morning. It is just about 7 o'clock on this Monday morning. It's Ken and Deb here. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. And also, we're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter today. And so you can check that out. So, coming this next Saturday, it is the QC Festival of Praise.
It is, and we have the last family four-pack to give away this morning, and we're going to do it like we've been doing it the last week, and that is next big for your chance to win 4 tickets to the upcoming Big Daddy Weave Festival of Praise on September 5th over at LeClaire Park in Davenport.
So just text the word big. That's it. No emojis, no exclamation points, nothing. Just the word big to 800-221-9356. We will send you a link back to a form to fill out. Fill that out, and we'll put you in the drawing. And we'll do that just before 9 o'clock this morning. So, a last opportunity to win these tickets. So, text the word big, 800-221-9356. Here's Casting Crowns, If We Ever Needed You. I'm Peter Brady.
It's okay, Peter.
It'll be over soon.
So what would you like to be remembered by? I mean, what sort of things would you
I said
like
mine. What are yours?
I think the main thing is just, that I loved God and loved people.
Yeah. Hey, there's a song about that.
I know. But as I say it, I'm not very good at it. So, but I wish I was better at loving people and loving God.
That's why it's called working out our faith, right?
Right.
We need to keep working at it.
Right.
Working out our salvation, I mean.
We'd like to know it as a faithful person.
Yeah.
An honest person. Selfless, although that is not me at all. But I sure would like to be remembered. I've been in a lot of funerals where, they say, she only thought of other people. And that's never me. But I always want to be like that.
See, I don't know if that's, I don't know. I don't say that. I mean, you think of other people all the time, at least from what I see.
Yeah, but I would like to more, I guess. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. It's hard to know what you want to be remembered by because I don't know. We're not really in control of that. Like, we're not in control of how people remember us. But I guess maybe it'd be better for me. I just don't remember me. Just remember Christ.
Well, I mean, if I mean, if the goal, right, is to be more like Christ each and every day, whether we succeed at that or not, it's debatable, depending on the day.
Right.
But I mean, I think if we're striving to do that, people are going to see Christ if we're striving to do that.
Right.
And so that should be our goal, really, is to, how can I be more like Jesus today, so that when people see me, they don't see me, they see Jesus. And so, so that could be loving God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Love your neighbor as yourself, and when you're doing that, you're being like Christ. So that's all we can do.
That's right. That's all we can do. And we can't do it on our own, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We need the Holy Spirit's help and work in our life to have any sort of impact whatsoever.
Right.
Or to be remembered even at all,
Yeah, so we're talking today about what 3 things would you like to be remembered for? You can let us know. Make a comment here as we're live streaming today, or even if you wanted to text us, you could do that too, 800-221-9356. But yeah, so that's good, Heidi. I hope they remember me as bringing them joy.
Oh, that's really neat.
That's cool.
You bring us joy, Heidi.
If we ever needed you, we need you now. Casting Crowns on Moody Radio Quad Cities at 7:04 on this Monday morning. It is Ken and Deb with you as we are also live streaming today on Facebook and Twitter and also on YouTube. So you can make a comment there if you want to check it out. It's interesting. I have been talking with some different people, and they said, "Oh yeah, I've been watching your live stream." And I went, Really? I was surprised. A few different people that I never thought would be watching it are watching it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm wondering what you're doing while you're watching it.
Yeah.
Are you making coffee? You making breakfast? What's this part of your morning look like?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd love to find out, because it's hard to watch stuff and do stuff for me.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
do you have us propped up above the sink? Or
Yeah. Where are we at?
it's like Elf on a shelf.
Right? But so today we're talking about what 3 things would you like to be remembered for? And so maybe that's a shocker to you as we ask that. Maybe you've never thought of that before, or not in a while.
Right.
And so you've maybe take a few minutes and think about that and just say, Lord, where am I at? What do I want to do? How do I want to be remembered? And then we can start living that way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Moving towards that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, one of the best things to do is to go to a funeral. We haven't had a chance to do that because of COVID-19.
Right.
But you find out so much about people and you're thinking, well, I wish I would have known. I wish I would have gotten them to know them better or knew that story about them.
Sure.
And you find out all sorts of really interesting things about people and their impact.
Right.
And they might not even have known they had that impact.
Yeah, that's
but,
right.
You hear their grandkids get up. And, I mean, it is really often I would sing at funerals. And so it was really hard to even, sing because you were so overcome with emotion when you hear about these people's lives and the impact they had. And you walked away going, Lord, thank you for them. Thank you for their life and their impact and for using them and for how they've impacted their families and the community. And it really, it's very touching.
Yeah, yeah. And so let us know kind of what you're thinking. Even if you just have one thing that you want to be remembered for, and start really practicing that and living that way. Let us know, 800-221-9356.
Okay, Jeremy, I might need your help. I can't find the mid-morning show coffee break on the new... Oh, I think I found it. I found it.
On the new Facebook?
Yeah, on the new Facebook. It's not letting me use my old Facebook anymore. I have to use the new look, and I did find it, so that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, see, I'm still on the old one, and it has never asked me to switch over to this new format, so I'm just kind of waiting for one day to... Boop, there it is. Oh, okay.
Boop, there it is.
That's right.
So Phyllis says, house is quiet. I have you on my desktop with earbuds. Brenda says she's folding laundry before going to work. Good for you, Brenda.
Oh, okay, because I saw that there for a minute, and I go, that's what she wants to be remembered for? and then it comes back to me now. It all came back to me. Oh, yeah, you asked where they're listening from. I thought, she wants to be remembered for folding laundry before going to work. No, Brenda, I get it now. It's just
She's
me.
like the Proverbs 31 woman right there.
Right.
It's wonderful to hear what you're doing early in the morning and
Yeah, letting
where
us
you
be a
at
part
in
of
the
your day.
house or
Yeah, letting us be a part of your day.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in and being with us today. And in a little bit, we're actually going to talk at around 7:30 with a gal who says we say a lot of interesting things to moms that sometimes aren't necessarily helpful.
Sure.
I've said those things too. I mean, like enjoy every minute. That was one of them. I'm like, I say that all the time to young moms.
Oh, what's wrong? I guess I don't know what's wrong with that.
Well, we're going to find out.
Because I look back and there are times when I didn't enjoy every minute with my kids, and now I kind of regret that in a way.
And I think that's what the age does to you is we're older and we forget the stresses of that it's hard to enjoy
right?
every moment.
Yeah, when you're up to your elbows in diapers, it's Good morning, Ken and Deb here at about 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. And so we're reading through the Bible this year. We'd invite you to do that with us. We'll be talking about today's reading next hour at about this time, but we're in the book of Ezekiel right now, chapters 9 through 12.
You saw the wheel way down in the middle.
I knew there'd be a song in there somewhere. There's always a song.
Within a wheel.
So we'd invite you to read along with us. You can text the word Bible and sing while you're doing it if you'd like to 800-221-9356. And we'll send you the reader's guide we're using, and then we can share together what God's showing us through his word. Ezekiel 9 through 12 is where we're at today. Here's We Are Messengers and Love on Moody Radio. Sorry, Jeremy, I always seem to tell you to start the song when you're looking away.
Then I looked away, and then I was like, I feel like
he said do it. All right, let's take a phone call here. Moody Radio, hi, who's this?
Hey, Ken, this is Patrick. How you doing today?
Hey, Patrick.
Hey,
Good.
Patrick.
Hey, Deb. How are you guys today?
We're
Good.
fine. Are you calling
That's
to share
good.
with us what you want to be remembered by, or how you want to be remembered?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Ken, you touched on it a little bit ago about being a good man, a good husband and father.
Yeah.
And I that is actually my prayer, my repeated, constant prayer. God, make me into the man, father, and husband you made me to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we do that, it encompasses so much more than just those things. You know, because as a husband and a father, you know, we should be the provider for our families as well, and
Yeah.
raising our kids with good character and things like that. So there's just so much more to it than that. And for me, it also includes being a businessman.
Yeah.
So, you know, Lord, help me be the businessman you made me to be so that I conduct my business in a biblical or godly manner.
Yeah, that's good.
So, you guys were joking a little bit earlier that this is kind of hard. I'm thinking, no, it's not. This is really easy. Because a principle that I use in my life, and I use it in my work, and I just, because I can overcomplicate things really, really fast, you guys. And so I do the KISS principle, except I don't use a bad word at the end. Keep it simple, silly, or keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, right.
And because like I said, I can really overcomplicate things really quickly. So I keep it simple. And I think by praying that basic prayer of being the man, father, and husband God made me to be, that's as basic as it gets, I think.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, as a man, a godly man, that's where I want to be. That's where I want to go, because everything will flow from there.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
Yeah, when I first heard you say that, I was like, that's it. And then I heard you speak about it. I'm like, well, I'll wait till I call.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
I
great,
like that,
Patrick. Well, we got to run here, but thanks for calling.
Yep. You bet, you guys.
Take care.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Love with We Are Messengers and Dance Moves by Jeremy on Moody Radio.
But you can't see him. You know what? Sometime.
That's why he does it, see?
Oh, yeah. But sometimes what we could do. Well, I think never mind.
Deb, you're trying to be sneaky, and you're talking about being sneaky with Jeremy. It just doesn't happen.
No.
Sometime Deb's just going to bring up a camera and be like,
Yeah, but I almost gave it away before it actually happened. So I might do it someday, but then I might not. So we got to do this sometime.
We're talking about what 3 things do you want to be remembered for today. You can let us know at 800-221-9356. We've had I loved Christ, I loved my husband, I love my children and grandchildren. I mentioned I want to be a good husband and father. I want to have people remember that I love Jesus. And what was the other one that I had? I can't remember. I had another one.
I thought father, grandfather, right?
Yeah.
Love Jesus, good husband.
Yeah, said that.
Oh, okay.
Because I incorporated those all. I couldn't remember
Okay.
the third one. Anyway, you get the idea.
Yeah.
But anyway, and just love people
Right.
would be another good one. So how about you? Let us know, 800-221-9356. What 3 things would you like to be remembered for? Here's the Sidewalk Prophets, and smile.
I can't even come up with my own 3. How can I remember your 3?
I think you're thinking too hard.
I think that's what it is. I think, when we were talking with Patrick a few minutes ago, I think that's the problem. Is I think too broad. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'd like to be remembered this here, this here, this here.
Right. Sure.
Yeah, and
So I think if we get to the root issues of what, or maybe issues isn't the right word, but the root actions or whatever, that's where we need to get to. So that's, love God, love people, and be a good disciple.
right.
I don't know.
That is great. And then how does that work out in each individual person's life?
Right.
Because everybody's different and people have different talents. People have different things they bring to the table.
Right.
Or different parts of the body. So how does it work out in our life
Right.
to do that? And how do we join in the discipling process if we're not a teacher? I mean, still God wants us to be in that process. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
sure.
So you have to use your gifts and what.
Yeah. Well, I think also that also means that we have to do something too, right? We have to always be learning
Yeah.
how to be a better disciple, or how to be a better teacher of being a disciple. How can I learn something that I could share with somebody else?
Right.
And I think that when I don't know, for me, the people that I've had mentor me or been around me have not had this system. They were trying to love the Lord more every day, and they were trying to learn from His Word, and then they would just share what they're learning, or something that's going on in their life, and I would see Christ in them, and that would help me to be a better disciple.
Right.
And so I think that's important, is that we're always trying to learn too, and then imparting that wisdom on somebody else, and that's what it's about, sharing our story.
And making it not so complicated
Right.
that we stop ourselves from sharing it because we're afraid it's too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yesterday we had some missionaries at our church, Michael and Rachel Aubrey, and they're going to be with Wycliffe,
Yeah.
Bible translators, and they shared stories, Jesus parables, and then the application in their own life from it. And they were saying that's something you can do. Share a short parable and what God's teaching you in it
Yeah.
to somebody.
That's good.
Sharing God's stories. And it was good.
Yeah. Sidewalk Prophets, there is Smile on Moody Radio Quad Cities. It is Ken and Deb in the morning, and we are talking today about what 3 things would you like to be remembered for? And my wife chimed in, actually.
Oh, she did. What'd
And
she
she
say?
said faithful.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And I can see that. She is faithful. Not to me, to our family, to the God, so I can see that very much so each and every day. But that's good. Faithful. So yeah, let us know what you'd like to be remembered for. Maybe you can't come up with 3. How about 1? That's fine. Let us know what you'd like to be remembered for. And that's, kind of our goal in a way, is to have people see Jesus in us.
And I think it's a good exercise because then we can see, okay, if I want to be remembered that way, what am I doing today that would, put that into practice?
Right.
It's kind of like if I want to be remembered by it, if I'm not doing anything towards that, then my priorities are not right. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
If I'm not spending any time working towards that, then maybe I need to realign what I'm doing during my day.
The word comes to mind when I think about this, and that is intentional. Being intentional. Instead of just letting life go by, which I've done,
Right.
and not really working at being a better Christ follower, better example, better father, better husband, whatever. Being intentional about our lives.
Yeah.
And not just letting it go by.
Yeah, I think that's
Anyway, so
that's the word of the morning, I think.
Yeah,
Intentional.
I
That's
think
a good
so.
word.
So what would you like to be remembered for? Call or text 800-221-9356.
Well, I've got to say that is the word, Ken. Intentional.
Yeah, because really, if you think about it, that is, it helps us to be a better Christ follower, a better wife, a better grandmother, a better husband, whatever. To be intentional about it. Because I don't know about you, but I can just mindlessly go about my day not thinking about, is this making an impact?
Right.
And that's something I need to change more, is to be more intentional.
Yeah, that's very convicting.
Jordan had some good thoughts. He said, I'd like to be remembered for being a kind friend, being a follower of Christ, and having coffee with my friends at my church.
Oh, that's neat.
That's good. And I will give you some encouragement, Jordan. You are a kind friend.
Yes, you are.
You are a good follower of Christ.
You are.
And I don't know about the coffee part because I haven't had coffee with you yet, but we will one day.
Do you make coffee, Jordan?
Yeah, that's right. It's a little long drive for me right now since you're over in Georgia, but but those are good though.
Yeah, those are really good. So, Ken, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
I'm having a hard time seeing all our comments here. Do you know how to get
You're
all
on
of
the
them?
new Facebook.
I'm on the new Facebook, and I would like to read more people's comments, but that's all I see. It says I have 13, and I can't see all of them.
I don't know. Jeremy, what? She can't see all of the comments on her new
I'd like to read
Facebook.
more people's comments, but I can only get a few. This one? Okay.
We're waiting. We're waiting.
Waiting.
Okay.
Okay.
After we do the honor.
Oh, so we're not taking it now.
Correct.
Gotcha. Well, good Monday morning. It's Ken and Deb here at about 7:21, and we've got some great internet radio stations that are available to you through the Moody Radio app, or you can actually go directly on your computer to those. One being the Proclaim internet station, where you can get some great classic messages.
All day long.
Yeah.
They play messages, and they're messages from the past that if you listen to them today, they will apply.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know how many times I've heard messages from the past, and you think, are they living today?
Yeah,
This is-
right. Yeah. Is this? Yeah.
Because the Word of God is timeless,
That's
and it's
right.
good for yesterday, today, and forever. So just a wonderful way to enjoy messages on all different kinds of topics. In fact, I think you can search the topics as well. But they play throughout the day. Every hour there's a different message. And so if you want to check that out, just head over to the Proclaim radio channel it's actually online station that you can get on your Moody Radio app.
Yep, you can get it on your app, or if you just type in proclaimradio.org, it'll take you to the actual website. Like Warren Wiersbe, a message from him is being played right now. So you could listen to that too. So lots of good
great.
stuff on there. Yeah. Anyway, they've got a whole schedule there, and like you said, you can get other information. But yeah, check it out. All kinds of great channels there for you. 7:23 with Matthew West. Here is Broken Things on Moody Radio Quad Cities. Good morning. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Steve.
Hey,
Hi, Steve.
How are you?
Well, we're doing great, but I enjoy the discussion you're starting out with this morning, the 3 questions.
Yeah. So have you thought about it?
And I thought a lot about it, and like Deb just said a little bit ago, if we're not doing something every day towards that legacy, we're not really doing much.
Yeah.
Or it's not really. And the one thing, I had a son just get married on Saturday, and as I watched the ceremony and this and that, the thought that keeps going through my mind is we don't like to talk about death as Christians, as a husband, father, grandfather. And, and I tell them, I said, people are coming from all over to the wedding. Somebody could go home in an accident. Somebody can get sick. We never know what God's going to put in front of us.
Right.
But one of the things I know it's in front of us is death, but he didn't tell us when it was going to happen. And so I try and teach my kids to appreciate each day, be content with what we have, because there's no promises of tomorrow, and that's what the Scriptures teach us.
Right.
And then working towards that, I try and say, hey, plan for if that should happen. If you're a mother and you got young kids, I tell my sons, make sure if something would happen to you that, your wife and the kids can have a future without a lot of stress and life of turmoil. But, don't think that life is going to be a bed of roses. And in Philippians, it talks about learning to be content
Right.
and preparing for certain things. But, those are some of the thoughts that go through my mind.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are great thoughts, Steve.
They sure are. Well, thanks
Because
for.
there are things out there that if we do realize that death is a reality and it's
Yeah.
real for all of us, we make some plans to prepare for that. You
Yeah.
just don't leave everything in chaos if
Right.
it happens suddenly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, kind of like what I was saying, Steve, being intentional about our life instead of just willy-nilly,
So right.
Yeah, yeah, very good, Steve. Hey, thanks for calling, brother.
Okay, appreciate it, and God bless you.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
That was
Well, that's
excellent.
Yeah, it is.
Good
That's a
way
good
to end.
good note to end our mid-morning show coffee break on. So hope you hope it hasn't been too deep for a Monday, but but always good to start our week off by reflecting and shaping our week towards how we should be living it, right? All right, everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll be here, Lord willing, tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock for the mid-morning show coffee break. Hope you have a great rest of your day.